My family did own a couple buildings that were down here on Front Street, and they just had been handed down through the generations, and this is one of the buildings they had acquired, which is the original First National Bank. They didn't acquire it until the 70s. My great-grandmother, Patsy Sigler, was in charge of the Women's Auxiliary, which is kind of what I like to call the awesome aunts that help us out when we need fundraising activities and things of that nature. And they realized after moving into 15 different locations here on Front Street that they needed a home. So she did the big fundraising campaign to purchase this building in 1989, and everybody came together and purchased the building for $89,000. And we were one of the only nonprofits in this area that actually owns our building outright, which is a blessing and a curse in itself, but it's pretty fantastic that this is our home. I always grew up as an artist, and what was nice about it is it was kind of your release from the day. My family was professional artists, between metalsmiths. My father's a contractor, which is just another form of art, depending on how you look at it. But really when it came to grad school, I wanted to run an art center. I wanted to be able to provide a place for artists to have that next step in between high school and college. And the Cuyahoga Valley Art Center has been around since 1934, and it really needed somebody to come in with that different and fresh perspective. So I actually went to grad school with the intention of eventually working here. So the Cuyahoga Valley Art Center offers classes for everybody who's just starting out or anybody who's looking to just progress their professional levels of art or just to try something different, something new. My favorite example is we have a lot of sign painters that come in or used to being very meticulous, and then they take a class with Susan Mancini, for example, who teaches them to be more loose and more abstract and just kind of push themselves in a different way, which is freeing, and it's exciting to just kind of do that later in life. So essentially what we offer to Northeast Ohio is a place for people to take classes. You'd have to drive about 45 miles before you can get another decent watercolor class, for example. So we're happy to do it. We're thrilled with the level of our staff and faculty here, and we hope to continue moving forward on the trajectory we're at. Essentially, our mission is we advocate for the visual arts, both in art education, exhibition, and community development. Largely what we focus on and have focused on for years is art education. Exhibition was always secondary, but now it's really starting to come to the forefront. We had people from 16 counties and 7 states enter our exhibitions in 2018. That's over 2,000 pieces of art that were exhibited and over 500 artists that ended up being shown, which is just fantastic. And then community development's what we're stepping into right now. We're partnering with the city to make sure that art is integrated into many of the city events that are taking place, not just here in front of our building, but also out in the community. That has a lot to do with the Public Arts Master Plan that the city has initiated. It was kind of a brainchild that I was very excited to be on the forefront of here, and we will be the first city in the state of Ohio to have a fully funded Public Arts Master Plan. Individual cities are able to take the step to try and promote arts on many different levels, just as the city of Cuyahoga Falls is with their Public Arts Master Plan. And really just me meeting with the city and having that conversation with them, if we want things to change, we just have to do it here. Look at all the perks that it'll have for your community, look at what kind of draw and what type of visitors and tourism it's going to bring to this area. So we're starting here, and hopefully that kind of cultural spread. We have a fully functioning ceramic studio here. We can do full build. We have classes for beginners to advanced level, and there's really nowhere else in Summit County you can go right now and have access to a full ceramic studio. Also our wood carving. We have Tom Baldwin, who teaches wood carving classes here. He's a world-class carver. He's currently at a world competition right now, and he is the only world-class carver that teaches beginning level wood carving classes in the world. Essentially, it's a community meeting place where different artists come together, display their artwork, their passion, their curiosities, their interests. And usually it's either one artist all showing in one place, or it's multiple artists that are all together. It provides the community an opportunity to come in, have accessible art, and be able to have a conversation, feel an emotion. And we're proud to have a gallery here that is open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and on Saturdays, that the community can come in and see. It's just having that art accessible, as opposed to it being locked away or in a permanent collection somewhere, is pretty fantastic. And it's all current. It's all artists who are here, who are living, you're available to meet them, shake their hands, come to the artist receptions and have a conversation with them. So my outlook on it is the accessibility and the aspect of wonderment. Oh, everything. I love the fact that even if I'm having a bad day, whether it's personally or just something to do with the background of work, I can come downstairs, sit in a class, and just watch people create. People are happy when they're here. Even if you come in and you've had a bad day, once you get out all your paintbrushes or your supplies, or you start kneading the clay or you start carving the wood, you just see this level of zen and just contentment. And everybody has a wonderful story to tell. Everybody brings in cookies or has some awesome story about their family member doing something or some travel that they've had. It's just a wonderful community of artists that I get to be around all day. And the fact that it's here and it's local is just amazing. And I'm excited for the community to discover us and embrace us more.
And best of show this evening, Mr. Andy Liptek.
Congratulations.
His work, called Gullible, is a three-dimensional work. And our juror said, what an innovation transmedia approach to landscape painting. Thank you for adding a dimensionality to this discipline. Truly an engaging work.
So essentially, if we're the place where art starts, and you can take all these beginning level courses from acrylic to watercolor to oil to ceramics to wood carving, not only can you start here, but you can grow here, you can progress here, you can exhibit here. You can learn how to build your artist CV and get into galleries. You can learn about entering pieces into the Butler Museum. You can learn about entering pieces into MoCA. You can really learn how to take it to that next step. And make lots of friends in the artist community.